so that we can speak about our country and what we can do together to rebuild our country. When I met with Dominicans in New York sometime last month, I asked them then how many of them would want to be the Prime Minister of Dominica. And I did not see any hand, the 2,000 plus people over there. But I'm very happy to be here, to greet all of you, Ms. Charles and the staff of the High Commission, and the many volunteers. All of you who have been volunteering your time, giving your resources, your prayers, and your solidarity. But your presence here this evening is also very reassuring. I sense you're interested in more than the welfare and well-being of family and friends back home. I sense your focus is on, and their obsession is with Dominica. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what Dominica needs now more than anything else. Dominica needs the absolute solidarity and support of all of us, Dominicans and friends of Dominica. My dear friends, I first want to thank you, patriots resident in the United Kingdom, for your swift and substantial response to the crisis brought about by Hurricane Maria. You were obviously not the first responders, given your distance from Dominica, but your response was rapid and significant. I was touched by the videos and social media clips of the teamwork and team spirit. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of those of us who reside in Dominica for your demonstration of concern and care for us. I really want to thank you on behalf of all of us residents in our country. Fellow patriots, Dominica is alive. Our country is by no means well, but it is alive, and the prognosis is that the patient will recover fully from this triple bypass surgery. Yes, it is a miracle. But remember, it is Dominica we are talking about. Even a Category 5 hurricane will not hold us down as Dominicans and as Dominica. I flew in this morning from Brussels, and I want to tell you, the international community is with us and fully behind us. I will share details of the outcome of my meetings with citizens at home in a few days. But I want to assure you that there continues to be a global outpouring of solidarity and support for our efforts to rebuild a climate-resilient Dominica. I held meetings with ministers of the British government, and I am very much comforted by the commitment of the British government. My friends, your family and acquaintances on Dominica have been phenomenal. It's been a tough and rough 4 weeks, but they have fought back. They have been resilient. They have been determined. Tonight, no Dominican at home should be going to bed hungry. And if anyone is, that would sadden me. Because we have moved over and beyond the routine to ensure a constant and reliable flow of food and other critical supplies into the country. When I return home, I will personally be venturing into some of the rural communities to discover for myself just what is going on with respect to the distribution of and access to supplies. Rest assured, however, that we have put systems in place and we are continuing to review those structures. Just before leaving home, I met with officials of the International Red Cross and the UN systems. And I've asked them to formulate and coordinate implementation of a plan to manage the effective procurement and distribution of supplies to Dominica during the interim period in which our local commercial sector gets back on its feet and is able to resume normal function. With respect to other quality of life issues, we have made and continue to make significant improvements with the restoration on the health services, utilities, light, water, telephone, clearing of roads, and return of infrastructure, reopening of some schools and places of learning, resuscitation of agriculture, particularly food production, rebuilding of infrastructure, particularly bridges and link roads, startup of a housing rebuilding program. So rest assured, we will rebuild Dominica. We have pledges from the World Bank, from the European Union, and several other countries which we have diplomatic relations with, who are prepared to assist us and to give us the confidence that they will assist us in rebuilding Dominica, utilizing a much more resistant and resilient foundation and infrastructure. What I want to say to you, the extended family in London and the United Kingdom, this evening, however, is that no meaningful Dominica can be built without you. Amen. You and your spirit, your love, your neighborliness, your defense and promotion of our cultures and values are what make us a unique civilization. We need you every step of the way. Yeah. We need you to help your brothers and sisters back home. We need you to visit Dominica and share in and help with the rebuilding process. We need you to speak positively of and promote the interest and image of Dominica. We need each and every one of you, my brothers and sisters, to report for duty.
Amen.
Yes, you may not be with us physically, but I want to know that you are there emotionally and, very importantly, that you are there spiritually. Yeah. We need your prayers and we need your well wishes. We need your encouragement. So, patriots of Dominica, I call you tonight to order. We have a country to build and a people to mold. Come ye forward and let us together build the world's first climate resilient nation. Our country has been hit hard, but with our determination, with our unity of purpose, our concern and care for Dominica, we can bounce back and bounce back quicker than many would think. But as you know, a house divided will not stand. We will all have different ways of what should be done, how it should be done, when it should be done, who should do it. But we must never lose sight of the fundamental purpose of us working together. It is to build a better Dominica. To ensure that the lives of your family and friends and the entire country is restored. Being negative is not going to help us. It's not going to bring us back. Carrying false news or misinformation or pictures about Dominica is not going to help any one of us or anybody in Dominica. What's going to help Dominica? Your prayers, your commitment, your love, and concern for us. There's nothing wrong in criticizing. There's absolutely nothing wrong in criticizing. But if you criticize something, you must offer something else. If you say we shouldn't do that, then you must tell us what is this we must do. And bring forward your skills, your talents, and your know-how. And let it be consolidated with what we have back. Because let no one fool us, my dear friends. This task is a huge task. This government has to build in excess of 5,000 homes for Dominicans. We're going to need at least $250 million US to build homes for Dominicans. Because what storms like this show to us is the vulnerabilities of many families. People don't build homes in in bad places or build poor homes because they want to do so, because they have no choice. They have to build a home for the family, and they'll build it anywhere, anyhow they can. So the state has to assist in building more resilient homes, in building homes that can withstand the ever-changing environmental and climatic conditions of the world. Because the reality of climate change is real. It is a truth that we have experienced, and it's going to get worse as the years go by. And therefore, we have to prepare for it. And this is why we're saying to Dominicans, and we're saying to ourselves and to the international community, we have to build a more resilient nation. And what does that mean? It means building sustainable lives, ensuring that our homes can withstand such disasters, ensuring that we can plant and grow more resilient crops for agriculture. And farmers must know that there are certain crops we ought not to plant in certain areas. So there must be proper zoning insofar as agriculture is concerned. Our agricultural practices must be reviewed to see whether we're contributing to land degradation, to erosion of the soil, and to see how we can mitigate against those. To ensure that our schools can be more resilient. Our health centers, to ensure that if a hurricane affects us next time, our health services will be intact the next morning. These are the things we're talking about. And ensuring that these disasters does not force us to interfere with our patrimony, or defense of the environment, or preservation of the environment, which has been the hallmark of Dominica and Dominicans. So, from our standpoint, we will do everything we can, and we have to do humanly possible, to raise the resources. And we are comforted by the fact that there's many friends who understand what we're going through, and who understand the vision that we have enunciated and articulated for this country in building back better, in building back a more resilient nation. But the speed at which we'll do it, the quickness at which we'll do it, will depend not on me, but on you, the Dominican people, all of us. Irrespective of who you are, where you live in the world, you are a Dominican, and you have an equal role to play as myself as Prime Minister of the country. Do not think that I have a greater responsibility as a leader, yes, but you have a role to play. And the little bit that you can do, when these things come together, it can make a huge difference. As we say in Creole, c'est Gwen Diwi qui a fait sac diwi. It is the grain of rice that makes a bag of rice. You don't start a bag of rice, you whole bag of rice. It's the little drops of grain of rice that will end up being a bag of rice. And so therefore, the little drop you can make in terms of your own contribution to the welfare and well-being and the rebuilding of our country, you must make it. You must make it. There will be numerous things we can complain about. But what does it gain us to spend time and our God-given talents to complain rather than fixing the problem? That's what we have to do. So even when people complain that this person hasn't gotten supplies, so one person called me and said, look, my neighbor hasn't gotten supplies. My response to her, do you have supplies at your home? Yeah. Yes. Why don't you give her? Why don't you, when you cook a meal, don't only cook for yourself, cook for your neighbors. Because in these times, we have to be our neighbor's keeper. We can't go and complain about something when we can fix it. We can make life better for our neighbors. So these are the kind of things that are going to make the difference in our country. Because our country has been impacted by over 200% of our GDP. We're just coming from America 2 years ago, where 90% of our GDP was impacted. And I will tell you, and in these times, you have to be even more prudent and responsible in the way you conduct the affairs of the state. Do you know, for example, that we paid our debt at the end of September to all our creditors, including the World Bank? And we paid our staff. And we will pay our debts at the end of October. All our legal obligations will be met at the end of October, because it is a matter of principle. You have to be, in the face of disaster, prudence must not be washed away. You're going to be even more prudent in what you do, in what you say, how you do it, and when you do it. So let not history, my dear brothers and sisters, when the history books are written, and how we as the country were able to respond to